Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm looking for my little deal here. It shows me. There it is. Looking for the Google Hangout. What I want to do is share my screen with you guys right now, and I want to show you guys exactly what's so incredible about what you can do once you've learned a specific pattern. So I'm going to share my screen. Now here's the thing. When I broadcast this, we're going to go black. The screen's going to go black for a couple of seconds, so don't freak out when that happens. It's just going to go black for a minute. But I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you the spreadsheet. Now, this is the money management spreadsheet that we give you as part of the money management training that we do. And one of the absolute beautiful things about this spreadsheet is that you enter in your information and it does everything else. So the first thing that we start out with at the bottom of the screen here is we start out with our back testing sheet. And this is where you enter in all of your back testing information. So all the trades that you're taking in back test, you're putting all of those in here. The time that you entered, the currency pair, what time frame it was. There is the trading strategy that you're using. So was it a Gartley pattern? Was it a harmonic move? Was it a cipher pattern? Was it a double top? Whatever strategy you're trading, you can put that in there. One of the benefits of this is that you can take a look at your back testing at the end of your time, and you can say, okay, let me just pull out all the Gartley patterns that I took. Let me pull out all the crab patterns that I took. And let me see what the profitability of those were. Let me see the frequency of them. How many did I get versus the other patterns? And all of this, again, guys, we've done this. Our traders have done this for years. So it's not like we're doing it so that we know what the numbers are. You're doing it so you know what the numbers are. And so that you prove it to yourself that this stuff works. And then what happens is we can go in here into our money management sheet. And I'm going to screw this up. I know it. Try and zoom in here.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe I do like this. Okay. It's not going to work. Okay. Then we go into our money management sheet. Come on, baby. Oh, why is it so small? Talk for a minute, Akira, while I try and figure this out.
And again, just going off of Jason with the back testing, the main part of that is just building that belief system. You wouldn't believe how key having confidence is in your trade. It's the same thing with believing in those fib points, believing that structure works. At first when you're looking at it, you're like, well, how do I know these random numbers, or not random numbers, but how do I know these Fibonacci numbers really work? How do I know price action really retraces and bounces off of them? How do I know price action acts like a magnet towards structure? And the more you see it over and over again, just like when we explained it during the Technical Trader Workshop, the more you start to believe it. Same thing with patterns. When I first started trading patterns, I heard about this infamous Gartley. I'm like, well, just because someone on the chat forum says it's work, how do I know? And I would hesitate every time I'd find one and try to trade it. But after you do your back test, just like the trader that wrote in, after you see it over and over and over again, time after time, month after month, a little light switch starts to go off in your head. You're like, wait a minute, this thing really does work. And now you have that confidence. Now, when you draw it out on a chart and you're looking at that 127 extension, and your heart's pounding, you're like, oh, this is the first one. This is the first one. My rules say I'm supposed to set a limit order right here. Uh-oh, price action is getting there. Do I do it? Do I do it? Instead of waiting and hesitating and saying, well, I'll just wait to see what the candle does when it hits it, and then having that candle that wicks up, spikes it, and then shoots right down for that winner. Now you're the trader that's like, you know what, my back testing said this should win. I have confidence in this pattern. I've seen it over and over again. I'm going to put the limit order there like my plan says, and then that same candle spikes it, gets you filled, rolls down to target one, and this works. Then you're waiting to catch the next one. How can I find another?
Yeah. It's just like the guys who were talking about who were so excited when they came out, after just having a day with the process. But I'm sorry, I'm going to tease you with the spreadsheet because for some reason I'm on a Mac. I'm not on my PC, which I'm not as familiar with in dealing with spreadsheets. So I'm going to tease you with it, but just trust me, it's pretty wild. The question was it digital or paper? It's digital. You're gonna enter it all in manually, but all the calculations are done for you. So when do I increase position size? When do I decrease position size? What happens if I adjust my risk a little bit?